Hi friends, it's me, Cindy, and welcome back to another video of mine. So I'm taping this on, Tuesday, 13, 14, 15, March 17th, and we are amidst the coronavirus outbreak here in the United States and all over the world. And I don't know about you, but I am staying home. I am self-isolating, and a lot of us have to do that. And yes, we can go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, or the hospital, doctor's office, but all kinds of things are different. And we still, with everything that's going on, it's really important not to lose sight of our goals and not let all this interfere with what we had going on, like our weight loss and our stick-to-itiveness to the WW program. So this is just going to be a short one. I just want to talk about what I'm doing amidst this crisis, and having bought lots of groceries for a couple of weeks and having all kinds of things in the house, how to prevent from overeating, continuing to track points, doing all of those things we're supposed to do, or that we know we're not supposed to, but that we know work for us, right? So number one is, we can still go to Walmart, Giant Market, ShopRite, Stop and Shop, whatever your store, whatever your stores are, and I would recommend definitely making a list. I know most of us do that anyway, to make sure that we have everything we would need, or anything we'd want in the house. They're saying now for a 2-week period. You don't need to stock up for a month, but get the things you need to have. Non-fat Greek yogurt, eggs, vegetables, chicken, fruit, the things that you eat the most. And you can go in the app and look at your meals going back. If you swipe to the right, it'll let you look at your any tracking that you've done over, I think it's a month, it may be even longer. See what your favorites are, see what you're eating most all the time, just to jog your memory a little bit, because I don't know about you, but when I'm making a list, if I'm not looking either at that or have my head in the refrigerator to say, oh, wait a minute, the mustard usually goes there, we don't have any, then I will forget things off the list. And since I'm not the one doing the shopping, and I can't magically insert myself into my husband's brain while he is there, it's important for me to get the list right. So scrolling back over previous tracking can be helpful in making a list and knowing what foods you eat most frequently and you want to keep. Secondly, I don't know about you, but with me being in 24/7, I feel constantly what I call hungry, but I really know I'm not hungry all that time, but I'm doing some emotional eating. And this, situation that we are in can cause people a lot of anxiety, and I think I'm one of those people. And speaking as a psychotherapist, I know that, many people are very depressed in these times, people who were locked up on quarantine and isolation, who are just scared and worried about contracting this virus, or what it's going to do, or are we going to be able to keep our jobs, and so many other concerns. So I have found myself the past couple of days, having breakfast at, say, 8 o'clock, and then at 9:30, I'm thinking, let me see what I can have to eat. And at 11 o'clock, let's see what I can have to eat. And at 12 o'clock, oh, it's lunchtime. Let's see what I'm going to have for lunch. So if I continue to do that and give in to temptation at any point, I am not going to see those losses at the scale. And I really want to see those losses at the scale, just like you do, right? I mean, I don't care if it's a half a pound. It has to have a minus sign next to it, or I'm unhappy, right? We want to see that minus sign, even if it's only minus 0.2 pounds. It's always better than not having that, not having that minus sign, right? So I have done a couple of things that are helping me in this regard. So one is pre-prepping some snack items. So what I did was I got some little Rubbermaid or Tupperware containers, whatever brand, the Glad kind, whatever's inexpensive, and putting single servings of fruit cut up in them. So when I go into the kitchen, I don't have to get out all the fruit and start cutting it up, and then I'm looking at other things too. This way it's a grab and go. So I have, and I don't want to, I know I'm on blue, and actually for all of us, blue, purple, or green, fruits are 0 points, and so we can eat, whatever portion size we really want to, but I would have a tendency, I think, to overeat 0 points, and a lot of people think that's not possible, but, if bananas are 0 points, and you have a banana, that's cool, right? If bananas are 0 points, and you eat all 6 in a bunch of bananas, that's still 0 points, but also probably about close to 400 calories. And so I want to make it, even though we don't count calories specifically in WW, I don't want to put myself in that position. So single servings of fruit. I also use some Ready Whip on top, which has 0 points. I would say measure out, because if you use a ton of it, it still does have a few calories. So similarly, I made up some little containers with pre-cut up vegetables, because if I want a snack and I have to go, julienne some carrots and whatever, I'm really not motivated to take the time to do that. So when I was in the mood, I did that. I also made up a container of a Greek yogurt dip with dill and some chive. It was really, really good. So yeah, so that way, if I feel like I want a snack, I can just grab the little container of individual portions of the yogurt, which is 0 points on blue, and there's a snack. So that works out well for me. So being prepared is really important. The other grab-and-go kinds of things I have around are Premier protein shakes in my favorite flavors, which are cafe latte, cookies and cream. Let's see. I had to get the cafe latte on Amazon because the stores are all out of it. So if that's your favorite, definitely check on Amazon. It's at a good price too. If you haven't tried the cafe latte, trust me, it is so good. It does have caffeine in it, like about approximately to an 8 cup of coffee, approximately compared to an 8-ounce cup of coffee. So just know that, so you're not drinking at 11 o'clock at night and then going up all night. Okay, also Built Bars. If you don't have any, again, you can order them on Amazon. They come with 18 in the package, and that way you can, those are 3 points. Sorry, the Premier Proteins are 2 points, and more, again, grab-and-go snacks. The point is I want to go in the kitchen, get something healthy, and leave, instead of kind of meandering around in there and coming up with all kinds of ideas of what I want to eat, right? So we can do this. Together we can do this. So I guess you all know by now that WW has closed its doors to meetings. And I really think that's a very responsible thing for them to do. My meetings are on Saturday morning. This past Saturday, they were open, but I elected not to go. I have had a bad cough over the past couple of weeks. I had pneumonia earlier in the month, so I'm not interested in getting COVID-19 or spreading it to anyone else in the rare instance that I would have. So I just stayed home, but I did get an email on Saturday, and if you haven't checked your email, please do, that WW is suspending meetings till this Thursday, the 16th, so 2 days from now. And then we're going to have virtual meetings, so you can attend your workshop online. At the time of it, I believe you can participate in it, or you can turn off your video and just listen in on it. I guess that would depend if I roll out of bed in time, because my meetings are 7:30 in the morning, so I may have to skip the live video and just, having me on video, I am scary looking at 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday, and then listen to the video. But in any case, WW is doing everything they can to make sure that we stay on track, that they stay on track, and that we can return to meetings. We'll all get weighed and have phenomenal results. In the meantime, we're asked to weigh ourselves at home, and that's how they will track it on our account. So look, we have some obstacles to overcome, but if we use a little, if we plan ahead, planning with sticking on program while we're home is going to be key. Finally, I am trying to, I am not a meal planner at all. I don't know, some people, you bring your groceries home, you make that list, what are you having for dinner every night this week? We don't do that. I also don't have any children at home, so it's not as big a deal, and my husband and I can sort of decide last minute. But if I do plan first, that's really good for me. And my husband too, who also has lost 30 pounds since I started Weight Watchers, and is doing better than I did. Let's see, anything else? I don't know, if you've got questions or comments, please scroll down, leave me a comment. I always answer all of them. And I want you all to stay safe, be happy, stay busy, stay occupied, get involved again with your favorite hobbies that you haven't touched in a while. Read a good book, watch a movie, whatever you need to do, or binge watch YouTube, or binge watch me on YouTube. You all take care of yourselves, be safe, and God bless you.